Welcome to the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine weekly newscast.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Dave Sadler from the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine. And again, it has been a busy week in the world of archaeology, metal detecting and history and in the media. We've got three great stories tonight. The first being that of the Portable Antiquities scheme. Now, for those of you outside of the UK who don't know what the Portable Antiquities scheme is, basically it's run by the British Museum and the National Museum of Wales to encourage the recording of archaeological objects found by members of the public in England and Wales. Every year many thousands of archaeological objects are discovered, many of these by metal detectorists, but also by people out walking, gardening or doing about their daily work. Finds recorded with the scheme help advance knowledge of the history and archaeology of England and Wales. Now, if you are interested in learning more about the Portable Antiquities scheme, visit www.finds.org.uk. Now, what this is exceptionally good for is that it contains a database of all items recorded. So, for instance, myself, I've found numerous items in the past that would qualify to appear on a database, things over 300 years old, etc., etc. I've had several hammered coins which fit that category. Therefore, they go off to the Portable Antiquities scheme through the Finds Liaison Officer, who photographs them, records them on the database on the website, and also incorporates additional information about the coin. Quite a lot of information, to be fair. There's several friends and colleagues who I've looked at their information at finds.org.uk have had massive amounts of information found by the researchers at the Portable Antiquities scheme. And it's also in a category where you can look at a direct area. For instance, you could put your postcode in, or the postcode of which you're interested in, and find out items within that area which have been categorised on the database. So, fantastic scheme. I don't think the UK archaeology would be able to work without it, to be fair. So in this week's news, the Portable Antiquities scheme actually released their annual report. If you go to the finds.org.uk or our own website, www.archmdmag.com, you'll be able to find information pointing to the Portable Antiquities scheme reports in 2017. Of those, there have been 79,353 finds recorded, a total of 1,370,671 within 878,511 records on the Portable Antiquities database to date. 4,378 individuals offered finds for recording. Almost 93% of finds were found by metal detectorists, which is obviously a massive figure. 93% of finds were found on cultivated land, where they are susceptible to plough damage and artificial and natural corrosion processes. 99% of the PAS finds were recorded to the nearest 100 metres, the minimum requirement for find spot information for historic environment records. New sites discovered through finds recorded by the Portable Antiquities scheme included complex later prehistoric riverine wetland ritual landscape in Shropshire, a substantial boundary and walled enclosement of Roman date in the Forest of Dean, Gloucestershire, and a post-medieval kiln site at Crockerton, Wiltshire. Currently, 399 researchers have full access to Portable Antiquities scheme data, and there are 12,767 registered users in total. 657 research projects have used PAS data to date, including 27 major pieces of large-scale research and 132 PhDs. 348,376 unique visitors took to the PAS website and database, making 713,301 visits and 6,045,761 page requests. Publications associated with the work for the PAS including work reports in the Britannia, the British Numismatic Journal, Medieval Archaeology and Post-Medieval Archaeology. Over 644 outreach events took place, including talks and finds days. Through these, the PAS staff have direct contact with at least 38,479 adults and 4,396 children. Finds liaison officers had regular contact with 133 different metal detecting clubs, attending 609 club meetings. That actually includes the club that I'm currently chair of, Tempus Archaeology and Metal Detecting Group in Congleton, UK. So that's a basic rundown of the PAS in 2017. Obviously there's a full PDF which can be downloaded and viewed, again through thefinds.org.uk and also through archmdmag.com, which points you straight to the PDF. So yeah, fantastic. Some of the information within that is exceptional. And honestly, the Portable Antiquities scheme do an absolutely tremendous job. I can't speak more highly of them in any way, shape or form. Big news coming out of Egypt. The Step Pyramid of Saqqara, a one-of-a-kind discovery have been revealed. Archaeologists have found an exciting new tomb, the final resting place of a high priest untouched for 4,400 years. The tomb, which has been found, as I said, at the Saqqara Pyramid complex near Cairo, is filled with colourful hieroglyphics and statues of pharaohs. Decorative scenes show the owner, a royal priest named Wati, his wife, children and other relatives. Archaeologists will start excavating the tomb on the 16th of December, which is today, and expect more discoveries to follow, including the owner's sarcophagus. Some of the images, I'm currently looking on the bbc.co.uk website of the images, and fantastic. I've been to Egypt. I've actually been to Saqqara, to the Step Pyramid complex, and I think the work that's been done there since I went 12 years ago is phenomenal, the amount of finds there. But this again is a truly magnificent find. Carvings, sculptures, everything you could wish, and the colours within the tomb. Over 2,000, 3,000 years since the Egyptian period that we all relate to, the colours are still as vivid as they were the day they were painted, I believe. Another place that one day I'd love to go to. So pop on along to the BBC website, or in fact there's numerous videos which are now available via YouTube, or put the Saqqara tomb into your search bar of Google or YouTube, and I'm sure you will find a lot more. On to the Anglo-Saxon period and down to Norfolk. I say down to Norfolk, that's because I'm in north centre of the UK. Archaeological finds used to tether birds of prey and found by metal detectorists have been declared treasure. Silver vervels, a jewel-encrusted gold sword mount and silver-gilt fragments of a sword handle were all put before the senior coroner for Norfolk. The pieces were all found by members of the metal detecting community. The British Museum has said that Norwich Castle Museum would like to acquire the vervels and the sword pommel fragments. The vervels, silver rings, which would have been attached to falcons' leather straps, are thought to date from 1585 to 1638. They are engraved in the inscription in Roman capitals of Thomas and Hearn, and could have belonged to Sir Thomas Hearn of Norwich and Havringland, the treasure inquest heard. The Norwich inquest have also heard how 5 fragments of silver gilt sword handles pommel from the 8th century were discovered in Wicklewood near Windenham. It's thought the fragments could have part of an artefact already on display at the British Museum, which, if it is, would be fantastic. The report claims that the mount was almost identical to 2 found at the Staffordshire Hoard, the largest collection of Anglo-Saxon gold ever found. Similar mounts have been found at Sutton Hoo, the Anglo-Saxon ship burial site near Woodbridge in Suffolk. Although they are not commonly found in graves, the hearing was told. Anyone who finds gold and silver artefacts thought to be more than 300 years old must report them under the 1996 Treasure Act. And again, these the rings, you can clearly see Thomas and Hearn upon them. Beautiful, ornately silver discs, which again, I'll ask you to Google treasure status for Norfolk Anglo-Saxon finds to be able to see more of that. The other final big news of the week is the relaunch of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine. Obviously, we did have some major issues, which we've been working on tirelessly, myself and Luke, and we've been helped along on our social media by other members of our team: Kev Marchese, Graham Stokes, David Raven and Steve Griffiths. And Laura Higgins, obviously, I forgot to say that. But we've been helped greatly by them, so keeping the news reports coming through our social media as not to miss anything. So yeah, the magazine's fully up and running. We do have one small issue remaining regarding the relationship between the website and Facebook, which you unfortunately need a PhD to be able to understand how to link them now. And yeah, the information, everything will be up and running. We have 100 brand new spanking articles to publish, which are Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine. I wouldn't say copyright, but were issued to us by people readers throughout the world, as well as my own and Luke's articles also. And finally, may I just put you towards the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine Facebook. I say and finally, I nearly forgot something, but a lot more. The Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine YouTube channel, which will be bringing you this week a relaunch video including many well-known YouTubers and podcasters, and also we do have a prize available to win for a competition, which was kindly donated by Regtons. We have a XP pinpointer, as I break everything in the room, and also from Dave Clark at Clark Cables, we also have a Black Ada digging trowel to give away. And last, but by definitely no means least, the All Metal Mode UK podcast this week will bring you a massive guest, Randall Sullivan, who's an author and member of the team currently, or has been for several seasons, currently at the Oak Island site in Nova Scotia. The Oak Island mystery has been going on for a number of years. We're talking hundreds of years, and has been excavated constantly thereafter. And nowadays we have the Leghini brothers and the TV series on the History Channel spending millions of money to try and put an end to the mystery itself. So please pop along to the All Metal Mode UK podcast on Spreaker, and you will find that this coming Thursday. We've got one show left. I don't have to wish you Merry Christmas now, unless you don't listen to next week, so Merry Christmas then. And that's the news. Again, if you'd like to offer us any information, any articles and such like, please forward them to editor@archmdmag.com. Thank you all, and good night.
The Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine acts as a hub for information, offering articles from archaeologists, detectorists and other specialists throughout the genre, featuring many links, event info and news articles associated to archaeology and metal detecting. We also offer professional review services and promotion for books, resources, videos, documentaries, gadgets, equipment and much, much more. The magazine is run by the Archaeological and Metal Detecting community for the Archaeological and Metal Detecting community. So come visit us at archmdmag.com, that's archmdmag.com, and check out information from our media section with all the latest content, news from the Archaeology channel, podcast and the YouTube channels that feature the now legendary Digger Dawn, the Man with the Hat and Archeo Duck, just to name a few. If you would like to offer an article, link or inquire about other services, then pay us a visit at archmdmag.com and drop us a line.